What's up, y'all? Welcome to Ask to My Aunts.
where we bring you the bottom line.
This is my queen, Iana,
And this is my king, Ayize.
and we're going to jump right into it. This question says, my wife monopolizes the conversation when we disagree on something. She doesn't hear me. She hears only what she wants to hear. What should I do to get my point across? Let me just go ahead and say this, that, I can understand the space that this guy might be in. He's probably pissed off. He's probably feeling disrespected and probably resentful in the midst of the conversation, which is perfectly normal. But what I want to say is that one way to work through that, it may be difficult, but what you could do is possibly model the behavior you want your wife to show you. And one way to model that behavior is to first seek to understand and then to be understood. And one of the reasons why you want to do that is because it opens up the doorways for more effective communication. If you understand her, she might be more willing to understand you. But in addition to that, to get your needs met, some ground rules most definitely need to be established in order for the conversation to be productive.
Yeah, and when we talk about ground rules, a lot of times folks don't think about ground rules when we think about our relationships. But our relationships are definitely a place where we need to have ground rules or rules of engagement, as I once heard a wonderful woman say. And some of these ground rules can really be established best when you take some special time to get with your spouse. Don't do it in the middle of a heated argument. Don't say, look, we're going to have to develop some rules and y'all are in the midst of going back and forth. Set aside some space, whether you make it a date night, whether you, say after the kids go to bed, can we go downstairs and let's just talk, me and you, light a candle, put on some music, and say, I really want to talk. I really want to talk about how our communication is going and the fact that it's not going very well. And I think that if we put some ground rules down, then we'll have something to be able to look to so that we know how to communicate more effectively. So I think ground rules are important. And this is something else I just want to add to this. Folks right now looking at us may say, well, why does he have to do all of this? She's the one that, was monopolizing the conversation. She's not listening, this, that, and the other. So he has to model for her. He has to, try to make a nice, sweet date night or something where, everything is, the energy's nice and that kind of thing. Why does he have to do that? And I want you to hear this and hear this well. Whoever has the insight needs to use it. So sometimes in our relationships, one person has more insight than the other. And if you do, you're obligated to use it. It's not fair. So life isn't always fair, and relationships are not necessarily always based on what's fair. If there is some place that our spouse is falling, we have to lift them up a bit by doing exactly what we've talked about. Modeling, setting up a space to put down some ground rules, right? And then moving forward with that. Take the lead and do it.